What is a disease or mental illness that often gets overlooked? Crohn's disease. It's manageable enough that I don't have to talk about it, but also embarrassing enough that I don't want to talk about it. Sterilization is something I feel not many people know about that is sort of common. I think the lesser recognized symptoms of common illnesses often get overlooked. Depression isn't always crying, it's often numbness. Anxiety isn't always panic attacks, it can be a hair trigger temper. ADHD isn't always hyperactivity or inability to concentrate, it can be an inability to multitask and no internal clock. So on and so forth. This is getting better with ADHD, but I think a lot of mental illnesses are fundamentally misunderstood, and social media self-diagnosing fad isn't helping. It's not overlooked but misunderstood. Bipolar disorder. Yeah, I get a little sad too. Okay, but have you ever felt like you could jump over the Grand Canyon one day and the next day you felt like you could jump into the Grand Canyon? PMDD. Took me 5 years and an abundance of doctors telling me that it's just my period and everyone feels this way to get diagnosed. It is in fact not normal to become extremely suicidal every period. Hypertension. Referred to by doctors as the silent killer due to the lack of symptoms in most sufferers. Get your blood pressure checked regularly, more so from middle age. Childhood adversity and or trauma. It affects so many physiological aspects of our core self. Our physical health suffers from digestive and cardiovascular issues or chronic pain disorders, as well as developed eating disorders. Our mental health is strained by cognitive delays, cortisol imbalances, PTSD triggers, anxiety, depression, or personality disorders. We are significantly predisposed to develop substance, alcohol, and nicotine dependency or addiction, as well as engage in risky or unsafe activities like gambling, promiscuity, or reckless driving. Our social interactions are strained, which is fueled by extreme insecurities that result in unhealthy relationships, familial estrangement, codependencies, toxic work environments, and isolation. Chronic migraines. Tired of seeing them dismissed as just headaches when there's so much more than that. I'm at 4 to 5 a week for over a year now, and it's literally ruined my life. Depending on what you look like, multiple sclerosis. We are getting better at it though. By what you look like I mean your race, gender, and age. The epidemiology of MS and who is most likely to get MS has changed dramatically over that last few years. People may have been misdiagnosed and not have had proper access to healthcare. Narcolepsy. As a narcoleptic myself, most people only know one fact, that you just randomly fall asleep. Honestly. PCO/type 2 diabetes. I'm 35, in amazing shape and a completely healthy weight, and my blood sugar is still wildly out of control through absolutely no fault of my own. I'm on a very high dose of insulin and the max dose of metformin. I know people will laugh at me, call me lazy, and say diabetes is only caused by eating crap and not moving, but I'm exercising 1 to 2 times daily. I'm expecting a ton of downvotes for this, but this is my daily reality. Binge eating disorder. Doctors just assume you like to eat or you're just fat, but really, BED is the most common eating disorder. And it is horrible. Agoraphobia. It's a lot more common than people might think. I'm a long-time sufferer of it. Insomnia. Occasional lack of sleep. Many are even proud of the fact that they do not sleep well. Body-focused repetitive behaviors, or BFRBs. Under the DSM-5, they're in the same family as obsessive-compulsive disorder and are related to body grooming, plucking or eating of hairs or eyelashes, nail biting, skin picking, lip or cheek biting, etc. BFRBs are often waved off as bad habits and can be a source of depression. Those with BFRBs tend to lie about their behaviors out of shame and anxiety, and so the condition is often overlooked or misdiagnosed, even though about 1 in 20 people are estimated to have a BFRB. Borderline personality disorder. Truly a silent killer and so painful to live with. I wish more people took the time to learn and really understand what BPD does to someone. A lot of autoimmune disorders. It takes, on average 10 years to get diagnosed after the onset of symptoms. In the meantime, doctors are writing off your symptoms as something else. You are tired because you are depressed. Your hair is falling out because of stress, etc. You literally feel like you are going crazy. PCOS. A lot of women with this problem right now, lots yet to be diagnosed. I think all women should be tested for this, especially when they're trying to get pregnant. Anything affecting a woman. There is so much disregard for female health in the world. I told my doctor I was having severe chronic pain constantly, and she said I just needed a massage. Turns out my body couldn't absorb vitamins properly due to my thyroid. My mom spent a year with a tumor growing inside of her until she found a doctor who listened to her and removed it. She was told it was a UTI and kidney stones by everyone else. After a tooth infection, my sister-in-law was told to take Tylenol, but my brother was given hydroquinone for his.